Greetings. Now, just a reminder about how this Data University series can be most effective for you in increasing your intelligence is to take this playlist and remember to press this shuffle button that randomizes the playlist. You don't know what order the videos are going to be in. This video happens to be episode number 21 in this series, but by having this shuffle feature on, you will get a randomized order, which is exactly the aspect that accelerates your intelligence because you don't know which video is going to come next, and you will be bombarded with a lot of different subjects in an unpredictable order, which will stretch your cognition, your brain's capacity to be knowledgeable about a lot of different subjects. Even if it's a video you may have seen before, the randomized nature of pressing that shuffle button is what will increase your intelligence quickly. Much like practicing hitting a tennis ball that goes in all sorts of directions rather than in the same place. Think of it that way. And while this playlist will be the most effective by the time it crosses about 50 videos, it's already long enough for you to get this effect. It's also suitable for children as young as age 11, depending how smart the child is. So remember that as the most effective use of the Data University series in order to greatly accelerate your intelligence. Now for the chart of this episode, we are going to look at battery cost and density, and how this has led to a battery revolution that includes the progress of electrical vehicles, but a whole host of other battery innovations that have made lesser electronic devices more powerful as well, including smartphones. This chart, which has data from the US Department of Energy, indicates a time frame, left to right, 2008 to 2024. And in 2008, the cost per battery in this first vertical axis, dollars per kilowatt hour, was $900 per kilowatt hour. That has been falling exponentially to the point that it has gotten to $100 per kilowatt hour. So about 9x of a fall in just 16 years. Therefore, this blue color code is indicative of one of the two vertical axes here. But since this chart is complicated, it has two vertical axes, and that is why I'm explaining this in detail, because a lot of people get thrown off by a chart like this one, even though it is crucially important to understanding how technological progress occurs. You see this green line as relates to this second vertical axis on the right, which is battery energy density, watt hours per liter. And even that has risen from 100 in 2009 to 400 by 2023. So that has risen by a factor of 4 in just these 14 years. And when you combine the two, that is how you see how much of a revolution has occurred, because battery cost, the blue series, has gone down by a factor of 9, and battery density has risen by a factor of 4. So this is a 36x improvement if you combine the two, 36 times. If you recall the earliest electrical vehicles in 2008, such as the Tesla Roadster, they were very expensive and had very limited range of about 120 miles or so. Whereas EVs bought today easily have a range of 400 miles or 640 kilometers, and that is going to be more than enough for most single days. You will see certain people still complaining that EVs don't have a long range, but they memorized something that was true a long time ago and is no longer true, because most of the electrical vehicles that people can buy now have ranges that approach 400 miles or even exceed it, which is generally going to be enough for the vast majority of use cases. And this battery energy density has to be recognized as important because it indicated how large of a battery a certain EV could have. Why not have an enormous battery in a small EV? Well, such a product would not sell because of both cost and design considerations. It still has to look like a car that people want to buy. The battery cannot be the overwhelmingly huge portion of a car's design. That is why now you are getting not only more powerful EVs, but a greater variety of EVs as well, because of this 36x improvement. And this has translated to batteries that have helped electronic devices as well, as I mentioned. So this chart is crucially important in recognizing how much batteries have progressed and why this has caused yet another technological revolution on top of what existed in 2008. Thanks for watching.